Hello again and welcome back to our series of while logic tutorials. Today we're going to be using the LED project from last lesson and add a buzzer and some very interesting programming logic. So first things first, we need to connect this buzzer. Make sure there's a plus sign on this that you expect and connect it here. We're going to be moving the ground to this ground line here. Make sure you replace that by using this to connect the resistor to the ground line. Okay, here we go. Add the ground for the buzzer as well. And then 3 pins apart. We're going to be connecting the buzzer to pin 9. Any pin will do basically, as long as it's a PWM, pulse width modulation pin. You can see those as being marked with a tilde. Okay, back in the interface, if we don't know how to log into the Wilogen interface or how to add a new board, please refer to the previous lessons. And as we're using the setup from a previous lesson, also make sure that the LED is connected correctly as well. Okay, so let's get started. I'm in the interface. I'm going to create a new application called Morse code. Make sure this is a visual programming one. Click Next and Submit, as we don't need any additional components. Click Morse code here once that's set up. We don't need to print anything on the screen. Okay, what we need to do is, just like in the previous lesson, set an LED on and off. So under Peripherals, go to LED, set it on, add delay. Okay. Instead of using a standard delay, we're going to add a variable to this. So initially we're going to set a delay item, set a delay variable to 300 milliseconds. So we need to click variables here and delay by delay milliseconds. Then we need to turn the LED off and then also add a delay. Now in Morse code we're going to be creating 3 signals basically. There's going to be 3 dots and then a pause and then 3 lines and then a pause and then 3 dots again and then a longer pause that represents the pause between words. So the standard is you have 1 point, which is 1 unit, and then 1 line, which is 3 units, or the equivalent of 3 point symbols, at least in terms of length. Basically, we need to create a loop here that does repeat 3 times. Basically, we need to create a loop here that generates 3 dots, so counting from 1 to 3, so I goes from 1 to 3, incremented by 1, this will create 3 points. And then we need to add a quick delay. This is supposed to be 3 times the length of a point. So as we already have 1 delay here, part of the numbers of math, you're going to be able to increase this to 3 times the amount of the delay. Okay, by adding 2 more delays, as you can see here. So twice the delay plus this delay equals 3 delays, 3 units. And then we're going to have to duplicate this in order to create the line. The delay will have to be 3 times the length of the point. And then set the LED off, delay once and then twice more, and then duplicate this entire block, which will create 3 more points. As I was saying, the length of the delay between the words is 7 times the unit, so we just need to add 6 more delay units here. And basically put everything in a repeat while true loop. Initially we've set this delay to 300. We also have to set the LED off so that the first signal is very nice and clear, and then add a quick delay just to make sure. Okay, let's test this out. I need to plug in my board. and connect it to the power line. A bit of a mistake here, all my LEDs are connected on pin 3. Okay. And as soon as my board is online, we're going to be able to test it out. Okay, now that the board is online, just click here under Run Application by Galileo. As you can see, the LED is signaling 3 quick dots, then 3 lines, and then 3 more quick dots. Just going to stop this for now, just to show you how easy it is to change the timing on everything. Just go back here and set the delay to 500 milliseconds and then run the project again, and you'll see the effect this has on the signal. Okay, so the dots are a lot longer, and the lines are of course a lot longer as well. Okay, let's talk about the buzzer now. What we need to do is to do an analog write, so go to pin access and do an analog write on pin 9. So as the pin doesn't change, we're just going to delete this and copy over just a number block. So pin 9, set the value to 20. It depends on your buzzer, but basically for the one we're using, 20 is just fine. Then we have to add a quick delay. But this will not be the same delay because we'll be adding this into a function. So I'll be calling my function beep, and then we'll pass on this variable as an input. So the input name will be buzzer delay, and we'll just pass this off to the delay. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this and set the value to 0 so that the buzzer turns off, and then add another delay. Okay, let's see what impact this new function has on my setup. We don't need this delay anymore because the delay is now created by the buzzer. So what we're going to do is add this function beep with the buzzer delay that comes from the delay itself, so this gets passed on as an argument, and then set the LED off and delay a certain amount of milliseconds again. Actually, this will create 2 times the delay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this delay block from the function. And we now set the LED off the moment that the buzzer is also off, and then add the delay. So this logic will be good. Okay, copy over the beeping and replace it here. We need to set the delay to 3 times that. Okay, delete this block. Set it to 3 times the delay, and then add the buzzer block into the last one. Replace the delay, and that should be good. Okay, let's see what effect this has. Run the application. There's the 3 quick dots, the 3 lines, everything is nice and synchronized, and then the 3 quick dots again. Then the pause between the words, and then it starts up again. Okay, let's stop this. If this happens, it just means that the buzzer wasn't turned off. So just make sure you click stop in between the sounds. Okay, let's make this a little bit snappier. So move this over to 300 milliseconds. Let's see how that works now. That's a lot nicer. Okay, thank you so much for watching our tutorial.